Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. Welcome to the All Scenario Flash episode of OceanStor Talks. When the time comes for your enterprise to transform and construct an all-flash data center, how can we gain a better understanding of what an all-flash scenario concept entails? Max Ma, Senior Storage Solution Manager here at Huawei, is here to answer that question for us today. Max, thank you very much for joining us.
Hi Jacob, my pleasure.
Let's get straight into it. As information becomes fully digitalized, the value of data is only growing in importance, inevitably placing higher requirements on data storage. Do you see a future in which all data in data centers is stored exclusively on SSDs? And how does the idea of all-scenario flash fit into all of this?
Actually, all-flash data center is a target frame that existing data centers will be inevitably evolved in. Okay, and the core of the all-flash data center is the use of flash media in all-around scenarios. Let me explain it in two ways. First, the all-flash storage is used to support various workloads, such as the databases and the virtualization and the VDI, high-performance computing, and file sharing. And second, the use of flash media is expanded from the primary storage to secondary storage. That is, from the production systems to the disaster recovery and the backup systems.
So do you think that all flash production systems have already become a key trend for the industry?
Yes, with the deepening of the digital transformation, production systems are facing up to or even more than 10 times greater service pressure. The flash storage is therefore essential to break the performance bottlenecks and realize service acceleration. Most of the enterprises are positively embracing the all-flash storage for their production systems. But here I want to emphasize that the capabilities of the all-flash storage for the production services needs to be enhanced to fully meet the requirements of the services. For example, it should support active-active controller architecture to ensure high device reliability. It should support the end-to-end NVMe to deliver extremely high performance. And it also should support the scale out and scale up based on NVMe SSDs for linear capacity and performance expansion.
Okay, that covers all-flash in production business scenarios, but you also touched on migrating the media of disaster recovery systems to SSDs. Could you explain that a little bit more for us?
Yes, in a disaster recovery solution, storage devices are usually deployed symmetrically at multiple sites. Clearly then, the disaster recovery storage also follows the trend of evolving from hard disks to SSDs to meet the capabilities of the production sites.
I guess it's fair to say that the flash storage of DR and production services complement each other. So what are your thoughts on storage media in backup scenarios?
Factory costs into the equation. The hard disks are predominant in backup scenarios. But the customers who seek faster data backup and recovery are certainly benefiting from the flash media. When unexpected data loss occurs, the backup data needs to be restored as soon as possible. The clear solution is to expand the ratio of flash media in the backup systems to narrow the backup and recovery window. Furthermore, all flash storage devices can deliver a high data reduction ratio without compromising performance. This makes it affordable to use SSDs for backup.
Are there any other incentives to use SSDs for backup?
Well, customers now are beginning to make the most out of their backup data copies instead of casting away these silent data assets into a corner in the data center, so to speak. For example, some customers use backup data for testing and analysis, which requires the backup systems to respond much faster. As we've already mentioned, flash media is a therefore great option for that.
So production systems, including transaction and analytic systems, are gradually becoming flash ready. The DR solution for the production system is becoming flash ready, and even the backup scenario is moving towards flash. Is that a fair statement to make?
Yes. The clear trend here is that flash storage is penetrating into all scenarios.
Alright, let's get back to basics. What are the benefits of an all-flash data center?
Actually, all-flash storage is predominantly used to consolidate traditional storage, to improve service experience and reduce OpEx. Here, let's take a bank in Brazil as an example. This bank replaced 11 cabinets of traditional storage with just 4 cabinets of all-flash storage. It improved the performance by 150%, with an increase in monthly transactions from 730 million to 1.1 billion. At the same time, OpEx was slashed, with the power consumption reduced by 70%, while the physical footprint cut by 50%.
It sounds great, but some people still question the reliability of SSDs, so what are your thoughts about that?
You know, the proof is in the pudding. In the past few years, all-flash storage has been widely deployed in data centers, supporting the core services in industries like banks, carriers, governments, and healthcare. If reliability was an issue, these institutions wouldn't consider adopting such a solution for their core services. But fundamentally, the high reliability of the all-flash storage is guaranteed by the maturity of a series of innovative technologies. For example, the media protection technologies such as SSD wear leveling and anti-wear leveling effectively prolong the SSD life cycle. And the active-active controller architecture and active-active data center solutions further strengthen the device the storage reliability, reaching up to 7 nines. That means the annual downtime risk is only about 3 seconds.
So from my understanding of this data center flash revolution that we're now in, all-scenario flash can offer enterprises higher service efficiency and reliability, all while lowering OpEx.
Yes, and both of the vendors and customers now need to work together and embrace the all-flash data center. And in this way, we can extend the all-flash benefits to every industry.
Well, that seems like a perfect place to wrap up. Max, thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure, and thank you for having me.